that I like actually felt jealous of my husband looking at pictures of me from like a couple years ago. He's like, what? It's you. I said, I certainly don't want to see that. And I honestly don't really want you looking at that.
The best thing that ever happened to me was my traumatic birth procedure. I felt so much pain. That changed the game where I was like, I'm not running to get a thigh gap. I never want to feel like I can't walk again. When I was in college, that was the first time I felt like I compared my body to other girls online. I'm like, how can I be as skinny as possible, but also have the fattest dumper you've ever seen?
Welcome back to Always Here. We're your hosts, Abby Howard.
And Abby Howard.
And we are here to
Always.
share. Gosh, we're off to a great start
Really
today.
good, really good.
To share the hope and the hard. How's life been?
With heart and humor, can't forget the second half of our tagline.
Heart and humor.
Yeah. I think I've been great.
Good.
Yeah, I'm really good. Do we want to start with our hope and our heart or our life updates?
Let's do life updates.
No. Oh, okay.
Okay, let's do hope and hard.
Sorry, I asked the question, but I had it in my head.
I chose the wrong one.
Correct answer. Sorry, that was really bad.
Okay, what's going on? What do you got? Spill.
Okay, because my hope and my heart is also my life update.
Okay, great.
So I crossed something off of my yearly goal.
I feel like I spent a lot of time with you recently.
I went to the dentist.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. I literally was like, I'm going to text her, and I was like, this is pathetic. I was like, I'll ask her on the podcast.
Yes, I crossed it off the list.
Any cavities?
So that's my heart. I have my first cavity in 30 years.
Well, you know what? That's not a bad track record.
I actually felt like a piece of my pride that I didn't know I had was just stripped away from me. That was a bragging right
You're like,
that I've had.
I don't get those.
Yeah, no, literally for my entire life, I was like, I've never had a cavity. Can't relate. I've never had one. Never had one of those. And then he was like, you have one. And I was like, well,
check again.
Look again.
I had 6 when I was pregnant with Griffin. 6 at one time.
In all different teeth?
Yep. 16 cavities.
I've had a lot of cavities.
Yeah,
Really?
they had to do them on separate days because they didn't want to numb my entire mouth. So they did half and half.
So when you get a filling, does it hurt?
No.
No. You just feel the drill?
No, you don't. I mean, it's the only part that will hurt is the numbing shot.
Perfect. Okay. I haven't gotten a shot in my mouth in a long time.
I'm a pro.
I haven't gotten dental. I mean, I went to the dentist religiously twice a year until I turned 26. But before that, I mean, I hadn't had anything done to my mouth except a cleaning since I got my braces off my freshman year of high school. So that's a long time since I've had anything done in my mouth. Yeah, I'm a little, like, I had teeth pulled and retainers and braces and all that.
Oh, you did? Well, you probably had teeth pulled for cavities.
No, I had teeth pulled because I had an overcrowded mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, that's for orthodontics.
I had a lot of
dentists.
orthodontics.
Okay.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
no orthodontics.
Really? So I
That's
guess
why I
I've
got
had no
veneers.
dental work. I've had orthodontic work.
Yeah, we couldn't afford that.
Really? Yeah. Well,
Your guys'
you had
teeth
great
was
teeth.
also pretty
They
good.
were pretty good.
Yeah, I had braces for like 2.5 years.
Oof.
But hey, I love my smiles.
I had a molar rotator.
What is that?
So my molars were they were like sideways. They needed to be faced the other way.
Wow. Why? He
Ow.
can just leave them sideways.
Yeah, you're like, I eat fine.
Yeah, so there's like there were little caps on my molars and then a little like U-shaped.
Oh my
Little thing.
gosh.
Oh, I've seen people have
and they
that.
rotated it. Yeah, so that was just like
Ouch.
in my mouth. Yeah.
Do you remember when people had those spacer bars to like space out their? Did you have one of those?
I had they were like springs. They were when
Yes.
people have braces, they sometimes have rubber bands.
Uh-huh.
And then when
yeah.
it needs
I had
more
bands.
than that, they have springs. So I had the springs.
What about
Yes,
the
that was
headgear?
so
I feel
crazy.
like I've
Never
never
had
seen a
headgear.
kid with headgear recently.
I knew someone who had headgear, but she had
Recently, though. Do
Oh.
they still do
They
This was
that?
in high
mostly do that at
school.
night if they have headgear. I feel like.
But her whole jaw. They eventually. This was my friend. I guess I won't say her name, but she from like second grade to senior year of high school, they were prepping her mouth for this surgery that she would have to have, and they had to break her jaw in 4 places and set it back, and her whole mouth. It was amazing though. Like it changed everything about how she could breathe better.
Had to be clamped shut.
Yeah, she had to be wired shut. I remember we brought her food, and it was like, had to blend it, for a while. Liquid
Oh my
diet.
gosh.
I know. Yeah, it was really intense, but it was life-changing for her.
Dude,
I
I was
know.
on the other side of things. I was like low-key kind of jealous of people that had braces. I thought they were cool.
I wrote my dentist a letter asking him to not give me braces.
Santa, please do not give me braces.
I didn't write it like I didn't write the address correctly, so it got returned to me.
Shoot. No, your parents never sent that.
No, I put it in the mailbox.
Oh my gosh.
And then I wrote it incorrectly, so it got sent back.
That's so funny.
I put it in the mailbox. That's hilarious.
That's really funny.
That's some strong
Did that just
will.
unlock that memory?
Yes,
That's
and
great.
I'm so glad it got sent back to me.
Oh
Once
my
it got sent
gosh.
back, I was like, oh, good.
Oh, phew.
Like, that was impulsive.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Yeah, I'm very grateful that I had the orthodontic work I did. In the moment, I obviously didn't appreciate it, but now as an adult, I'm so grateful. And I wear my retainer once a week, just to keep things in
Once
check.
a week.
Well, now they're like, you should wear it more often because I think I'm grinding.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm grinding my teeth. So,
I wear a night guard.
yeah, she's recommended I get one.
I feel like it makes my breath horrible.
I believe that. But I sleep with my mouth shut.
I sleep with my mouth completely shut, and that's why it's stinky, I feel like.
Oh, it's just hot air just in there all night.
Oh, it's so
I
bad.
don't know what's going on.
It's so bad.
Oh, she's like, do you grind your teeth at night? I was like, listen, I'm asleep. I have no
How
idea
did
what's going on.
I
How would you
know?
know?
She's like, does your husband say anything? I'm like, he's never said anything. And he does wake up like throughout the night. So he didn't say anything.
How would it, I mean, that would be some serious grinding for them to hear.
When you hear people grind their teeth, though, it's hard to miss. That's my hard. Next week, I'm going in for a fill-in.
Oh,
First
can't
one.
wait! Can't wait to hear about it.
Well, I'll update y'all.
They're not that bad.
Yeah, they were like,
Well, it's actually not bad at all.
okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm going in on a Monday. And I said, will I be good to talk on Tuesday? She's like, you'll be good to talk when you leave.
No, not true, because I get so numb. I'm like,
Shoot. I'll record it.
I get, yeah, try to take a sip of water from
Okay.
a straw. You're just the numbing stuff.
Great.
Okay.
That's my hope and my hard.
My hope is that I'm officially 35 weeks. I was
Wow.
saying I was 35 weeks for the past day. I counted yesterday. I was like, I'm 35.
It's going to be a long week now.
It's going to be an extra day. It's going to be 8 whole days. No, I'll probably just say I'm 36
Yeah.
on Monday.
I did that too. I'm like, when you get to the end, you're like, no, I'm actually 38. You're like,
Well, I
not.
think it's because in my head, I was like, I have to keep my mental game until
Yeah.
35 weeks. And so I was like, my mental game went out the door yesterday. So I was like, it must be 35 weeks. I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
off on this due date.
No, you've got to stay locked in.
I
These are the
am
longest days.
I am locked in until 5 p.m.
Okay.
5 p.m. on. I just am having a pity party in my head.
Sure.
But I really am so grateful. I think I've just said like the entire time, like after a pregnancy, after loss, you're like, I just want to hold this baby so bad. Like I will literally do whatever it takes. But it is still hope and hard, right? Mm-hmm. Final stretch. But I also do need the time, so. I do need the time.
Like I do have a lot
I
to
am
do.
trying. My hard is that I really am feeling guilty about mom guilt, of course, every time, about how I'm showing up for my toddlers.
Aw,
I feel like I just am like, I'm like not creative or fun or playful. They're like, chase me. They're like, play. They like don't even ask. They're starting to stop asking me to play because I'm just
Sure.
not being good about it. It makes me sad.
Well,
And then I'm like, it's not going to get any better because then we're going to have a baby. And then what am I going to be rolling around on my hands and knees?
no.
I'm not doing that right now. I'm not getting up and off the ground. I'm not like, I mean, the most I did today was I played tech decks with them for a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, a few. And when I say a while, I mean like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oof.
But you know what? You're at that point where you're transitioning. It's good to transition now before baby gets here. Get him used to you not being as involved. And
Sad.
then when baby gets here, you'll be preoccupied. And then you'll feel good again in a couple months and you'll be back to yourself. And they won't even remember that, you know?
Let's hope.
No, you'll be great.
I feel bad.
Yeah,
Feel
I know.
sad
It's
for them.
sad.
They are really independent, but I'm like, I want you to play with me. But I do think what they say, I've never like thought too much about this because I hadn't experienced it. Your kid's getting more clingy. Oh my gosh, it's actually happening. It literally is. And like, how many times have my kids asked me to snuggle? They're not like that.
Yeah.
They're not like those. They're not. Both of them. One of them asked last night. One of them asked today to snuggle me.
Oh.
Never asked that. Been a little bit more. We have been having more emotions than usual, and just like more general clinginess. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
this is. Everyone's feeling it in this household.
Yeah. Change is a
Everyone
brewing.
is feeling it.
Change is a brewing.
And I just didn't expect them to be like that because they are really independent little guys.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's kind of sweet. But then it's also panicky and like
Yeah.
mom guilty. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
both. So
Totally.
it'll all be fine.
It
We're
will be.
transitioning.
Yeah, that's relatable though. I'm sure everyone goes through that and everyone feels that.
We didn't really get it with the transition from Griffin to or from our we didn't really experience it with the transition from 1 to 2 because
Right.
he was so young.
Yeah, you had no idea what's
It was
going on.
only a 13-month gap. And so now I'm like, oh, this is like a gap where we're actually feeling the transition for them. Like they're experiencing it. The rug was just ripped out from under it. I'll be totally honest.
I cannot imagine being. How many months pregnant were you with Augie at this point? If I had Vivian in September, and you would have been like 6 months pregnant. If I got pregnant at the same time that you did with Augie, I would be like
maybe.
6 months pregnant right now. That's so crazy when I think about that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's not that crazy when you're going through it. I'll be so
No, because
honest.
you have to get through it.
Yeah, you're just kind of like,
You're
all
in
right,
it.
you're in it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's just life.
It has its pros too.
But when I think about it now, I'm like,
That's how I felt when I was like, after having my second, I was like, okay, wow, that
okay,
would have been wild.
We need to take some extreme measures.
Take some, yeah, I got an IUD.
Yeah, you're like,
99.9% effective.
love it.
That sounds about right. And doubled up, actually.
Yeah. So great.
But yeah, that's the hope and the heart. Okay, we have a lot of
We had so many
recaps.
things happen the
We
last
need to
week.
stop with the shenanigans.
Short recaps of every event.
Okay.
A couple sentences about each.
We'll
Okay.
just start out. We'll combine the 4th of July thing. So we had our All-American Val 4th of July birthday party. And our friends Ashley and Caitlin, did they text you about hosting that party for 4th of July?
No, I felt so honored. They were like, hey, they told me in person.
Yeah.
They're like, we're planning a party at your house. And I was like,
I love it.
amazing. That's incredible. I
It
feel
was
so
so
honored
fun.
by that. I was
Yeah.
like, that's honestly the whole reason why we got our house was to host a bunch and
Yeah.
everyone to be welcome all the time. So I felt honored. I was like, yeah,
Yeah. Come on over.
come on over.
Yeah, so it was a fun
And
combination
they did.
party.
We were having it. It was crazy, actually.
Really?
We had a guest over for unplanned, and as the guest is still here, people are filing through our house, setting up this party, and then she like walks out and she's like, "Wow,
Wow.
It just shows to how comfortable your friends feel in your home to be like, we're all in here recording. They just walk in, they start setting up, they get everything ready.
They
and
knew
then
where everything
we walk
was.
out, the party is here.
The party was there."
What a way to throw a party.
Seriously, it was the easiest party I ever threw.
That's great. You were like, you want to stay? To your guest. The party started.
I know she had a flight, but dang it, I would have let her.
But that was so funny. That was really a fun night.
So
Great
fun.
pool party. Good celebration with friends. And then to carry on the 4th of July weekend, our in-laws came in town. We did a pool party just with our family on Saturday, which was fun.
Yeah, just with our family, which actually is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I was like,
There's a
just
lot
our
of people.
family. There's a lot of
It was a
people.
lot. I think it was like 9 adults or
Yeah.
8 adults.
Yeah. 4 kids. No, I'm sorry.
5
That's
kids
terrible
now.
math.
5 kids.
Did some
2,
fireworks.
4, 5. Yeah, 5. I don't know why. I wasn't
8
clocking.
adults, 5 kids. Yeah, it's just
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. With John and Teresa. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
10 adults. What's
we're
just funny
losing the
though is
plot.
that at the All American Val party, we watched Sandlot by the pool at the end, and I was watching
Cute.
it with the kids, and I was reminded that, I mean, maybe our kids are a
Little young for that one.
Sandlot.
They cuss, and then the kissing scene,
They
they're
said
all
the S
staring.
word so stretched out, and I was like,
Ooh, you start yelling. What'd you say over there? So they try not to cuss.
it surprised me.
You like
Yeah.
try and do the cough thing, but they're stretching it out. It doesn't really work. Cough
Coughing
attack.
fit. The kissing scene, all the kids are like this on the TV. Just staring at
I think
it.
my kids are unfazed by kissing, actually.
Yeah, but just on the TV. I looked at CJ, he was like,
CJ always looks like that when he's watching it.
so locked in. So dead.
It was cute.
It was really cute.
They liked it. Okay, yeah. Then next was Griffin's birthday party. Okay, that was Thursday and Saturday, but
That was
Friday
that was
we
a party of shenanigans.
Certainly had more shenanigans going on. Whole kids' birthday party at like an indoor trampoline and skate park.
Which was so fun because the adults got to participate.
Yeah, at the end, everyone's husbands were sweating.
I was like, go shower. You stink.
They literally, Caleb and Matt kept, not really Blake. Blake wasn't really.
Blake was jumping down there by himself. He wasn't with any of the other people. He went
Okay.
down there, played some basketball.
Yeah.
He did take Braille down there, but
Oh,
That was
yeah,
cute
was
with her down
sweet.
there.
She loved it. They kept Caleb and Matt kept being like, "Watch this, watch this."
They did the stupidest trick.
They were like,
once,
"Yay."
they were like,
It's one
That
of those
was
things
really-
that felt cool and looked ridiculous. And he kept jumping onto his back and then like to his feet and then
Oh, like a
back to his
kip up?
feet.
They both were like, "Watch this,
Watch this.
and we're like, "Really awesome, guys."
Wow, you're getting better. It's not
Abby went
improving at
down
all.
the zip line, her feet just
Dragging.
fully dragging.
It was really fun.
It was really fun, and then we really got up to some other shenanigans because Abigail put on. I got this Rex costume from Spirit of Halloween. You know who gave me that idea?
No.
Was Sophia.
Really?
Yes,
That's
she's like, what
fun.
are the odds Abigail
How
plays
did
Rex?
she know that I'd be down for that?
Because that's just who you are, Abby.
Wow, I'm so honored.
Yeah, and I literally bought this $90 Rex costume from Spirit Halloween in June.
I think it was massive.
I was like, say less, that's an amazing idea.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a huge inflatable Rex costume. You guys will have to share the video on this page too. It was, I was wheezing. And Addie
I
just,
tried to record. I'm like,
dying laughing.
Addie was like, I was looking around for you guys when the pizza came out. I couldn't find you.
yeah. So I was
We
like,
couldn't figure this-
oh, I know they're putting in the Rex costumes. I was like, let me go see if they needed it.
Oh, did we need help? We needed
so
so
dumb.
much help. Addie came in and was like, okay, so this is where your feet go.
Here's the
We're
thing,
like,
is
what?
I think you guys were there for at least 10 minutes before I came in.
Yeah, we were.
And you-
We needed
they
tools.
didn't have the costume on at all.
No, we didn't. We were still looking
You
at it
put
like,
it on backwards a
what
couple
goes where?
times. We did
Abby
it. It was good teamwork.
crushed it.
That was awesome.
She did crush
She
it.
crushed it.
So
Well, I had to
funny.
give you a character analysis of
Yeah, I
Rex.
had no
was like,
idea.
he's a dinosaur, but he's scared.
Yeah, that helped.
He's scared. And
That
so I
helped.
was like telling the kids to growl at it, and you were just like they loved
They did
that
love
they were
it.
scaring the dinosaur.
That was cute.
And then you started we're like, I was like, she's been out here for a while. Maybe she's like kind of done. And we're like, I
was
said, I
loving
think
it.
Rex has to go potty because that's where we were changing the costume anyway.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're like,
I covered my crotch. I was like, ah.
they were cracking up.
I have a video of you
good.
walking into the bathroom and the head
Fully
getting
stuck. Fully stuck. I don't know why in my head I thought when you asked me to do this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna put on a performance, and so I thought I'd have the whole gymnastics floor to like do the worm. In my head, I was like, should I practice the worm? Nope. Way that was ever gonna be possible. I was like
massive
practicing dance
costume.
moves, so I'm really glad it wasn't that
You were
because that made me
practicing? That's
nervous.
great.
Yeah, that made me nervous.
I
But
didn't
then-
ask you to do the worm.
No, I know. I just assumed I'm like I'm a mascot. You know what I mean? I was thinking like game day.
I unzipped you in that bathroom and a gush of hot air.
It was so
just
hot.
escaped.
I was in that costume for 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. I was fully wet. Like I took a shower. Can you imagine those mascot people? Or
There's
the
no
Disney
air in there.
characters? The Disney characters?
That's why they have
newfound-
time limits.
Really, it makes sense after that. I was so sweaty. So worth it. I was honored.
That was the highlight. And then afterwards, everyone was like, "Do you think Griffin really thought it was Rex?" I was like, "I don't think he cared.
I don't think
like
he
I don't
cared.
think
He
that
just thought it was funny.
I don't think either of my kids were not like trying to figure out. They were like, "This is
Yeah.
just great. We're just happy."
There was a point where he stared at my shoes for a long time, and then he found you, and he goes, like he was putting it together, and then he gave me a big hug.
Aw.
Yeah, so I don't know if he knew it was me or just like one of your friends, but
He's like, "I don't care."
yeah, he's like, I love this.
He's like, "This is so fun."
That was really fun.
It
I
was a great
honored.
time. Okay, so those were 3 parties in a row.
That was a lot. Maybe we do a new segment because Blake loves to ask Addie trivia questions, and then when he has one, she's gonna relay it to us.
And we see how dumb we are.
Yes.
Okay. This was while we were watching Love Island. Random question. He asked me,
Okay.
what is the least populated state?
Oh. Alaska.
Oh, that's a good guess. It's so huge, though.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just do something different and say, like, Wyoming.
What was your guess?
My guess? Well, first, again,
Oh,
let's
North
just
Dakota.
say.
Rhode
I was
Island
watching a
is really
show.
small.
North Dakota potentially too.
I was watching a show. So I said,
Oh, it's North Dakota.
I said
Or no, South Dakota.
California, New York. That's what I said first.
Addie, you said New York.
I was watching a show. I wasn't paying. I thought he said most populated.
Okay.
So and then my next guess
I'm going to
was
say South Dakota.
okay, and yours was Alaska.
Alaska.
My first answer was Idaho. Our answers are all incorrect. My second answer was correct. So
What?
what is your guys' second answer?
Have we said it yet?
Montana? Oh, we did say it. North Dakota.
It's Wyoming.
It's Wyoming.
Really? Wait, Wyoming.
I said I got it.
Is that what you said?
On my second try, because you said California and New York first. I'm like, I didn't understand the question at first.
Wyoming is less populated than North Dakota?
Wyoming has 588,000.
Total. That's a massive state.
What is the population of South Dakota or North Dakota? North Dakota?
I'm so annoyed because my first guess was right.
Wyoming?
North Dakota is
Yeah.
over 800,000.
Wow. So you said Wyoming?
She said Wyoming first, yeah.
Good
Good
job.
answer. I said Idaho. What's the population of Idaho?
Idaho's probably big because I feel like a lot of people have been going there.
Yeah. I didn't know a single person in...
Yeah.
2.06 million.
Really?
06.
In Missouri, I didn't know a single person. I was like, Idaho, no one lives there. I didn't know anything about it. I thought it was just all potato farm.
Oh, it's all the buzz.
I know. I
What's
thought it was
Idaho?
all potato farm. And then I met one girl in college that was from Idaho. And then you move out here and everyone's like, Idaho's the jam.
There's a lot
What's
of
in
wealthy
Idaho?
people that are in Idaho.
Sorry to
Yeah,
anyone
totally.
from Idaho, but what's
beautiful.
the big city? Like, what is
I think it's got everything. It's
Coeur-
Lake.
what do they call
Coeur
it?
d'Alene is like the really
Yeah.
bougie spot.
Never heard of it.
But I think it's got everything, like
Never
mountains,
heard of it.
lakes. You can ski there. You can go on the lakes and stuff.
Interesting.
It's got everything.
Yeah, Alaska's just so big.
Yeah. I just thought.
It's really spread out. I'm sure the population is really spread out.
Yeah, what is the population of Alaska? I think they only live in like 3 cities there.
738,000.
Okay, so not far off.
not far off.
Well, that's a fun one.
Yep,
I love
there
state
you guys.
questions.
I'll let you know if
Where
there's
does he
any more
come up with
questions
these?
that come up.
Tell him that it's now a segment. So
Yeah,
it puts
well,
the pressure
guys, here's
on.
the thing is, there's
Apparently.
probably more that are like this that I get in a week, and
Okay,
I just
write 'em
gotta
down.
forget. I'm gonna start writing.
Maybe
them
we
down.
start calling it Blake's Always Thinking.
Oh my gosh, that was my thing growing up with Blake. Like, I was like, he's making all of this up. Everybody, like, my mom was like, Blake knows everything. I was like, he's pulling this out of his butt. And then sometimes he was right, and I was like,
Shoot. Blake is well read. You know, he's well educated. I love that. That's fun. Addie, you're dying.
what?
No, I just love it. This is fun.
Blake's always thinking.
Like, always thinking.
This is a good job.
Well, that's crazy. Should we move on to Wow, That's Crazy?
Yes,
Yes.
let's do Wow, That's Crazy.
Thank you to Flamingo for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
Summer is here. Our legs are out.
Oh, baby.
Our pits are out. It comes with
Some
additional
maintenance.
shaving.
That maintenance doesn't have to feel like a chore. It could feel easy. It could feel comfortable. It could leave our skin softer than ever.
And I'm telling you, a good razor makes a huge difference, especially in like the amount of time I can stretch it before I need to shave again. Cheap razors, I'm like, I need to just
Every day.
every single day. But it's great if you can find a sweet spot like with Flamingo, where you have an affordable razor, but that gets the job done and it lasts and moisturizes your skin even as you're doing so.
The women who helped build Harry's found themselves rolling their eyes when other companies were just shrinking men's razors and making them pink. So they decided to shake things up. Flamingo has a no pink tax pricing, so no flimsy design and no irritation. Flamingo was born to give women shaving solutions made with their bodies actually in mind.
Their starter set has everything you could need, whether it's time for an everything shower, if you know what I mean, or even if you just need to shape up your brow line. Yeah, they have facial, what do you call that? A facial razor?
I use it today actually on my mustache. It's really sharp, it's smooth, but I don't cut. For a limited time, our listeners can get the Flamingo starter set for only $7 at shopflamingo.com/Abby. This set includes the Flamingo original razor, one 5-blade cartridge, a 1-ounce foaming shave gel, and a shower holder, which I love. It just suctions right to the wall. Just head to shopflamingo.com/Abby to claim this offer, and after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you.
Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy. Wow, that's crazy.
We were talking about states, and you know who else has been experiencing the states for the first time? Europeans for the World Cup soccer, and that has been a hoot and a holler. Watching those videos online.
We're recording this. America lost yesterday.
I know. Caleb was like depressed last night to the point where I was like, "Shake it off."
Blake was yelling at the TV. I was like, you have to stop. At this point, it's 3-1. We
Yes.
gotta stop yelling.
Yes. Is Blake the type where if his team loses, his night's ruined? 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's a baseball fan.
I know. It was a tough weekend for you guys. Sorry. Cubs versus
Baseball's every
Cardinals.
single day.
And it was Cubs versus Cardinals this weekend.
Well,
so.
yeah, it was, and that game was bad. But the Cubs
Yeah.
won the last game of the series, so they
Okay.
didn't get swept. which is-
Okay, perfect for you guys. I love the
us.
Cardinals, so
Well, they beat us by like 17. So
I did remember that. I didn't bring it up strategically.
No, because like with my family, it's actually like serious.
personal-
Yeah, I think I learned that. It's
not like
at
a
first it was like
joke.
playful, and then it's like, well, actually, I don't think they thought that was funny.
Yeah,
No, they
like
don't.
I think John, our father-in-law, would like try to be playful,
Yeah.
and then I was like, it's not gonna land. It's way too serious.
Yeah, we all had to. We figured it out.
That's why I had to marry someone that didn't care about sports.
Totally.
I did watch the game yesterday. I was with my dad. I wouldn't have
Fun.
watched. I wouldn't have even known how to access it. But
Right.
yeah, I was like, Dad, you're actually scaring my kids because they don't know what this is. They don't.
I told
know.
Blake to apologize for real.
It's sweet. I was
Caleb made
like,
Vivian cry too. He goes, when they got the goal, he was like, go! And then Vivian was like,
I have trauma from this as a kid.
okay, well, let's
I
everyone
was like,
take
you're
a
scaring
seat.
my kids.
I go, pick her up.
My dad played soccer in college, so I feel like for him, like, I don't know. He gets so annoyed when they like flop and don't get up. So most of his yelling was like, "Get up, get up!" Oh my gosh! And I keep seeing all these videos that's like women will literally push a whole human out of their bodies and then or like get cut open and be awake on a table and then just go to walking around and feeding a baby, taking care of a newborn. And then there's these players, and I'm like, it's so true. It's true. Actually ridiculous.
Well, it is part of the game. It's strategy.
It wasn't though for a long time, and so I think it's really annoying.
Yeah,
sure, totally.
Okay, well, what's the wow that's crazy?
Oh yeah, the crazy is that all these Europeans and people from around the world are coming to America, and then they're experiencing American culture, and they're just blown away.
I've just heard people talking about it. I haven't seen any of these videos.
Some of the videos are hilarious.
It made me want to go to Texas Roadhouse because I was like, I forgot that this is a gem of a restaurant.
It's a delicacy.
And so I did go to Texas Roadhouse because they were like, this place is awesome because they apparently brought Europeans some bread, and they were like, we didn't order that. And they're like, no, it's free. And if you eat it all, we'll give you more. And they're like, and it comes with like the best butter I've ever had. And then they're like talking about how like that's amazing. Free chips and salsa at Mexican restaurants.
Yeah. Refills on drinks are free.
Refills on drinks.
And just
the portion sizes being massive. You get so much food for your $1.
$1. And just like I saw someone too was like they went to Dunkin', they were from the UK, and they're like, I mean the Dunkin' drinks are massive, but you kind of forget being here. We're like, that's a normal size drink. It's like, no, that's
really not.
That is a clogged artery right there.
Absolutely.
And they're like, this is one drink. And they're amazed.
They were amazed because they're not used to tipping.
Yeah, the tipping was interesting hearing.
And they love ranch. People love ranch. Trying to take it home.
I'm sure the people that were in the Midwest, I bet they loved their ranch. Oh, it's some of the best ranches in the Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
I miss that.
Man, nothing like that makes you proud to be an American.
Proud to be an American.
Lots of ranch, big old beverages, and buttered rolls.
I saw one video of, I think there were some men that came from Japan, and they went into Bass Pro Shop. That's like a trip even for Americans. You go in there and you're like, whoa, there's so much to look at.
Alligators.
So much to see, all the animals. And then they were looking at all the GUNs. I don't know if I can say, can you say that?
I don't know.
All the GUNs.
Can you say that? The pew-pews? And it was just like, yeah, that's a crazy thing to, just like a crazy sight to see.
Yeah, that
that one's crazy.
That was crazy.
But it was a funny video.
I see for the people that are not necessarily sports lovers, I respect it. I can have fun if someone else turns it on, but I'm not going to seek it out. I was like, man, what a missed opportunity to go to Disney. Because someone posted all the screenshot of the Disney World app or Disneyland app, like the queuing lines during the time of these World Cup games.
Oh, it was like
It was like 10 minutes.
Well, Caleb was sharing the stats about the World Cup. One of the games, it wasn't even a final game. It was Cape Verde versus Argentina, maybe. It had 2.7 billion viewers. And the Super Bowl gets like 125 million viewers. 2.7 billion viewers is insane.
What's the world population?
Wait, we should guess. This is a good trivia question.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to say, don't tell us, Addie.
Okay.
4.2 I'm going to say 152 billion.
What? The world. Gosh. Say that again.
Okay, 11 billion.
What is it?
It is 8.3 billion.
Okay. I thought I was bad at this.
I was like, there's a billion.
What's the most populated country?
Singapore.
I was still really off, but...
Oh, India. I'm sorry. It's India. Singapore is so small. Per capita?
Let's stop with the trivia.
Okay, let's go.
It's definitely
let's
India.
Keep going.
Wait, so there's only 8 billion people in the world?
8.3.
How many people are in New York?
Credibility is slipping.
We are losing our audience. They're like, we can't trust anything these girls say.
This podcast is about populations.
Listen, I don't know facts, but I have good opinions.
What would be your guess at the population of New York?
I was going to say 1 billion.
19 million.
Shoot. Well, I'm glad we got that straight.
Yeah.
Maybe we cut this
That's
out.
so far. That's so far off.
From 1 billion.
Yeah, maybe my numbers are weird.
You've been saying some facts recently. I'm like, I don't know.
I know. I say them confidently, and I have no
We
idea.
gotta play
what
Wits
I'm
and
talking
Wagers with you.
Yeah, I would
Okay.
feel confident a little bit.
my
Probably
gosh.
$1 billion.
I'm sorry.
Do you
I'm
know how many
educated.
millions
I went to
in a
college. I went to a good college. I graduated with good grades. But I did go to business school. So.
It was gonna clip this, and it's gonna go viral again with our
You can. It's okay. You can make me look dumb on the internet. I don't. I accept that fate.
I accept that fate.
Anything to get the viewers here.
But we are nice. We are kind.
We are loving
and
people.
And I cannot say the same for people in the comment section.
That's a good segue.
Call them out.
Yeah,
call them out.
No, it's okay. I'm not here to call them out because this person is a woman and a mom. But she did have the confidence to post from her personal account. It was private. So I posted a video of me just dancing with my belly. I mean, it comes with me wherever I go.
Yeah, you can't get rid of that.
I can't get rid of that.
Right,
That's staying. Yeah. I'm proud of that thing.
Exactly.
And there was a comment that said something like, that outfit is, what did it say? It was like, so not flat. That outfit is not flattering her body at all. And a laughing, crying face, which I think the laughing emoji is what really dug a little bit deeper. But what dug the deepest was that it had, by the time I saw it, which was a couple hours, 500 likes. 500 cyberbullies.
Wow. That's mean.
And that's the type of comment that actually is like mean, because it's like some people can post comments that are like from left field that are like, you're like, okay, you're unwell. I can chalk you off as being unwell.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This person was like, oh, it's so unflattering. Ha,
yeah,
ha,
it
ha.
was just a nasty comment.
It was just nasty.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I never really, like, it really didn't go deep at all for me. And it's one of those things where I don't like to even talk about it because there's so many more, like, nice people.
Yeah.
But it does bring up a larger conversation that is relevant to like our topic for today's episode.
Right.
We're talking about body image.
Yeah.
And all the things about, especially being a woman. And I think the part about that was like, what? That's memorable is like, she was a mom. She was a woman.
So she's had a bump.
She had multiple children.
Yeah.
And heaven forbid, me at 35 weeks am not considering the highest priority when picking out my outfit for the day, that it's flattering.
Right.
That I'm looking snatched and skinny.
Right.
I'm so sorry about that. Like, my main thing is really just being comfortable at this point.
Or just maybe that it fits.
Yeah, I can get it on.
I can get them on.
Like, you're kidding me, right?
Right.
And so that was just a little bit crazy.
Yeah, a little ignorant, maybe.
Well, you know.
Yeah, a little rude, a little mean.
And those
And
500
dumb.
people.
I'm going to say it's pretty dumb. It's a dumb
500 people. But, you know, what's really sweet is that Audrey, how are we related to Audrey?
Caleb and Matt's cousin?
Yeah,
cousin
our
Audrey?
in-laws.
Yeah, our cousin-in-law.
Cousin-in-law. She commented on, 'cause this is the reason I saw it, because if someone I follow comments, it goes to my notifications, and she just said rude.
I love that.
So nice.
That
Yeah, I
is.
was like, okay, I would never expect anyone in my personal life to ever jump it. I chose this life for myself, and I'm fully have to accept the ramifications of that, and I've made peace with that. But I would never expect anyone in my personal life to feel like they need to enter that public space, like, as well. But the couple times it's happened, I'm like, why is that so nice?
Ride or
It's so
die.
meaningful.
Yeah, totally.
She just said rude.
Rude. That's a great response.
Great response.
That is great.
Thank you to Osea for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
My skin is so dry, especially living in the desert. It is dry. But I've been using Osea body care. Their oil, I basically used my entire pregnancy. So hydrating. The body balm smells like a spa. The serum, it's so lightweight. It's not oily. I feel like their products have made such a difference in my skin this summer. I'm glowing.
Might I suggest using the serum during the day and then doing the balm for evening and oil for those extra dry?
Oh, it's so
You can really
nice.
layer them well. They all go together so well. And also just in isolation, they work really, really well. And you're right. They smell like a spa.
So good.
And that makes a huge difference. You can really
Yes.
tell the quality through the fragrance.
Yep.
And for 30 years, Osea has stayed consistent with clean, clinically tested skincare from the sea.
Hyaluronic body serum is made for everyday use or when your skin is in need of revival, which, my skin needs revival often. Shoot. Cooling, refreshing, weightless, and powerfully hydrating. I brought the serum to Lake Tahoe when we went. It just was it has a twist cap, so it's really easy to travel with. It's a great size. Yeah, it's really easy to put all over your body. It spreads nice. It's an amazing product.
Osea's Hyaluronic Body Serum is multi-layered hyaluronic-powered hydration for the entire body. And right now, we have a special discount just for you. Get 10% off your first order site-wide with code ABBY at OseaMalibu.com. That's code Abby at OSEAMalibu.com.
I feel like this is a very sensitive topic, talking about weight loss, eating disorders, disordered eating. So if this is something that is hard for you to listen to, just skip it. If it's not healthy for your mindset at all, I just think we care about you and we want you guys to be also the healthiest mindset that you are. So this is going to be a hard topic to listen to. I would just scoot to the end. We have voicemails at the end and our Always Hungry segment and other fun things. So don't click off, but maybe we'll put a timestamp or something on the screen that we could skip to. I think in general, women just so much struggle with body image. And I feel like it's a lifelong thing that our bodies are always changing. And so how do we, throughout our lifespan, how are we content through the changes? How have we learned to be content if we are? If we're not, how are we getting there? And I would get a lot of questions about body image. And I feel like it's been a long journey for me from middle school, high school, college, 20s, pregnancy, postpartum, and even being postpartum now, actively working on how I see myself, my self-esteem, and my body image. So it just felt very timely to speak about it.
Mm-hmm. And we did ask you guys on the Always Here podcast Instagram a couple body image related questions just to hear from you guys, see if we're off base, if we're like, hey, we're all on the same page here, it seems. It says, what age did you struggle with body image the most? And 14% said middle school. 31% said high school, 31% said college/adulthood, and 24% said pregnancy and postpartum, which actually kind of surprised me.
What did you think would be the biggest?
I would have thought that pregnancy and postpartum would have been above college and adulthood.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I personally would agree with the findings on this. I would probably say the same, statistics here.
I would say here too, there's going to be people who have answered this that haven't been through pregnancy or postpartum.
That's
so that
true.
can also skew it a little bit.
Yeah.
That's true. I feel like when I was in college and I was entering the internet space more so, because at that time it was 2014 to 18. That was the first time that I saw all these girls online with these different body types. And that was the first time I felt like I compared my body to other girls online. I remember the Jay Alvarez, Alexis Ren videos and the Tumblr girl era and just this aesthetic and this type of body type. And then also at the same time, it was the booty girl era on Instagram, you know? So at one side, I'm how can I be as skinny as possible, but also have the fattest dumper you've ever seen? You know what I mean? How do we get these two things hand in hand? So yeah, I feel like college for me was when I didn't feel super comfortable in my body. And it was also the first time that I was learning how to cook and make food. And yeah, I think that was when things kind of started for me. And the comparison was the hardest. And then when I got pregnant, I felt a lot of freedom from that. Because I think when we were pregnant, you would agree, I just am not thinking about it because I can't do anything to change my body for the better. It's just constantly going to be going in a different direction. Not saying that I'm just throwing it out the wall, but you know what I mean.
I'm at that point though.
Yeah, I mean at the end, yeah, I'm definitely not. I'm not counting anything during my pregnancy.
Sugar.
Yeah, I'm I'm going to eat when I'm hungry and I'm not going to think about what I'm consuming as much because I just need to do what my body needs.
Totally.
So yeah, I don't think I'm as surprised by that. I feel like with social media, obviously comparison is a big thing that's talked about. Are there things that you have done within social media, boundaries you've set in place to help with how you see yourself and your body and your self-esteem, your body image?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel in general, gosh, this goes so deep. But okay, in relation to social media, for myself, I didn't feel the need to limit what I was consuming necessarily as much as how I was treating myself and my own body and how I was showing up personally online. But that's also probably because I have done this since I was 20. I was not
that's when I was struggling the most. Was when I was 20
and so
too.
I think I was more so thinking about how am I how am I showing up online? And so for me, I was I decided, remember that was the era there was filters everywhere.
Yeah.
And also Facetune. That was the first time people would edit photos.
Yeah.
I remember that. And I remember distinctly being I need to stop using these filters because I mostly was finding myself using it when I wasn't wearing makeup or if I was oh, I don't really like the way I look right now. And I think filters can be really fun and non-serious.
Yeah.
But in the case that I was using it, it was more so for myself, but also for the people that were following me and my audience. I was I don't want to just make it look like I wake up and I have smooth skin and like, I don't know, defined eyelash, like everything. Like I just wanted to show up how I was. And so that also helped me in turn just be like more comfortable with like, I am how I am. I'm showing up how I am. But then another thing that I've made a rule, I remember making this rule for myself in college too. I was like, I'm not going to sit and nitpick my photos. So when I would take photos with friends, they'd be like, do you want to check it? I'm like, no, it looks great. I'm sure it's great. You captured how I looked in that moment and I'm content with that. And that's a rule I still have, like, because I don't know, you can just sit there and just scrutinize yourself.
Yeah.
And I remember something that Sadie Robertson said. She was like talking about how, like, the difference between, like, I think she was talking about someone that she is friends with that is like, a lot of people can like walk into a space and you're like thinking about like me.
Yeah.
But she's like, I want to change my mindset to you. And so that's a really good way to like to get your focus off of yourself. I think in this day and age, it's almost easier than ever to just like think about yourself so much.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror. You're taking selfies all the time. Like, it's just really easy to just dwell on your own physical appearance and how you're being perceived by others. But then you can really tell a difference when you're around someone that's like, oh, I'm here to just like know more about you, prop you up. And I think they're correlated, the two things.
Totally. I think that sparks a huge thing to think about and a point. Like, I think there was a shift for me, especially when I had my clothing store. I was taking hundreds of pictures of myself a week with try on products, all these things. And I would become obsessed with like, oh, I have to get the perfect shot. And then taking tons of pictures, going through and looking, oh, did I get it? Does it look the most flattering? Is it good? Going back and reposing.
That's
and
hard.
It became this like obsessive thing. But then later it turned into a comparison of myself to myself more so than myself to others. And that became my biggest struggle, was comparing myself. Oh, a year ago, I looked way better in this and that than I do now. Like, oh, I must have gained this or that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it became this obsessive thing where I had so much footage and obsessive thoughts about myself and like this fear of my body changing in different ways, that it became unhealthy, I would say.
Yeah,
life-wise.
I totally feel that. Like, comparing myself to myself was definitely way harder than anyone I compared myself to online.
Yes. And
even I remember a time, like, I think I was postpartum for the second time, and Matt was like looking at pictures of me and I was like, don't look at that.
We're not allowed.
I said, you're not. And I was surprised that I like actually felt jealous of my husband looking at pictures of me from like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, he's like, what? It's you. Like, that this is you. Like, and I'm like, no, I don't. I said, I certainly don't want to see that. And I honestly don't really want you looking at that.
Yeah.
And I just realized, I was like, that's weird. Like, I need to really figure out what's going on here, because that is not normal.
I feel like the second pregnancy, I struggled a little bit more with my thought life around my body image than I did the first time with CJ. And there was a day, I distinctly remember this. I laid on my bed and I just looked through all these old pictures of myself. And I was like, I looked so good. Why did I ever complain about this or that? Like, I should have just been content and happy. And now I'm like so pregnant, you know? And I'm like, why did I do that? That's such like a dooms thought. And it's not true, you know? It's like your body's just in a different season, which is a gift and a blessing. And also, it's just life. Like, we're going to fluctuate. We're going to go through ups and downs. There are going to be seasons for pregnancy. There are going to be seasons for, you know, feeling and looking your best. Like, it's just, there's all a time and a place. And so, yeah, when you're in a season where maybe it's not, you know, I'm not walking a runway in my mind, you know? I'm like, it's okay. Like, I shouldn't be doing that and torturing myself.
Should we give a little history on our relationship with
I think that'd be really beneficial. Yeah, I feel like I was always very athletic. I played volleyball, obviously. And then in college was the first time that and I know, Addie, this is kind of similar for you too, so you can talk on this in a bit. But yeah, it was the first time that I had to learn how to cook my own food, the first time that I had to learn what I enjoyed for exercise and moving my body. And I think when I didn't know how to lift weights and do these things, I was like, well, I'm just going to run and I'm going to count my calories, and I'm just going to get as thin as possible. Like, I never felt content in my athletic body at the time. I really wanted to be really, really skinny.
This is when you were in
This was in college. Yeah. And so I just remember I downloaded the MyFitnessPal app and I started tracking for the first time. And it became this game in my mind where I'm sure if I talked to someone, they're probably like, yeah, this is an eating disorder. I've never been diagnosed that. So I'm going to say it was pretty disordered eating. But I would try to eat like 12 to 1300 calories, and I'd go run miles and like just try. It became like a game in my head of like, I'm going to try to eat as little calories as possible. And I remember talking to my roommates at the time and telling them, hey, I actually feel like my thoughts around this are not healthy. And so can you guys check in with me on it? And they did, which I was really grateful for.
That was good of you to even be able to say that to them and like notice that in yourself.
Well, I lost a significant amount of weight. And then I think in my head, I was like, oh, wait, this might not be like going down a good path. And I kind of struggled with that back and forth for a couple of years, actually. And it wasn't until I got married to Caleb that I was like, okay, I'm done with the tracking thing. And I felt a little bit more freedom with it. But
why do you think that was?
I think just sharing my life with him, like I was going to eat more foods with him. Like we were going out and getting ice cream at night and having fun and going out late night and getting food together. And it was the first time we lived together. So I feel like it wasn't like just me in my house, like being really diligent about, I'm only going to eat half a candy bar and then go to bed. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Like I wasn't counting everything. I was just having a little bit more fun and I just felt more freedom. But I did realize, I listened to a YouTube video of this girl that was talking about intuitive eating. And I was like, yeah, that's me. I intuitively eat. And then she's talking about, she's like, you can't be an intuitive eater if you're not eating all day and then you have no self-control and you're binging your food at night. And it was like this light bulb moment where I was like, wow, that's really what I'm doing. I would eat like really small meals during the day. And then at night, I just could not control myself. I was so hungry and ravenous. And I'd be like frustrated that I couldn't stop eating. And that was kind of this like light bulb moment where I was like, wow, I really have to figure out what I'm doing because I'm not healthy mentally around this. And it started like this long journey of where I totally stopped counting. I challenged myself to eat whatever I wanted to eat and when I wanted to eat it, and kind of started going through those motions, and it helped a lot. Like I was like, I need to stop with the food rules. I can have butter. You know what I mean? Like some of those things, I just started challenging all those thoughts that came into my head. And that took like 2 years, I felt like, of me like challenging myself, which took me to around like 25, 26, and then I got pregnant. So yeah, I feel like that was leading up my young adult 20s. And then when I got pregnant, obviously, the first time in my life that I felt physically incapable of something. And before, I just ran a lot. Well, after, I was like, I never want to feel weak. I never want to feel, I never want my body to fail me again. And it kind of set off this different animal in me where it's like, no. I want to feel my body. I want to be strong as I possibly can. I never want my body to have a limitation because I didn't take care of it. And so then it kind of set me on this trajectory where I feel like I'm at now, where it's like, yeah, there are seasons, obviously, like I just had a baby. There are seasons where I actively do want to lose weight, but it's not how I was before, where it's like, I'm starving myself. Like, it's like, how much can I eat to like make myself feel the best and be the most energized and fueled to like build muscle and do all this. You know, it's just like a totally different mindset now than I feel like I had before. And I feel like I've experienced both, where I've experienced the life of like starving myself to try to reach what I want. And then also of having like my body is so optimized and feels so healthy and so good. And so I feel like there's a difference in goals there.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel really happy with where I'm at. Obviously day to day, sometimes I still struggle, but yeah, I feel like overall we've moved into a positive direction.
No,
but
totally.
I feel like it's something, sorry to keep talking, I'm talking so much.
No, it's all good.
I think sometimes I get online and I see women, you know, go through these seasons of like up and down, or even just I think in their 20s, like our bodies just change a lot. As we go from our child bodies to our womanly bodies, then we go through pregnancy and those bodies. And I think sometimes I look online, I'm like, oh wow, they lost weight so fast, or they did this and that. I think in my head, I just assumed no one's eating. And I don't want people to assume that about me or us. Like, I feel like I want people to talk about what they do to be healthy, you know? So that there's not confusion or like this temptation to just starve yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah. That's all I really have to say about that.
Addie, you were also a college athlete. How did that shape your experience with body image and thoughts?
I feel like it didn't really affect me too much while I was in it. It was afterwards, after I stopped being required to work out and be active, is when it really hit me. Because I'm like trying to think, I didn't really struggle with it while I was in it, even though there are a lot of beauty standards, especially I was on a dance team. I competed on stage. I competed in front of thousands of people, and performed in front of football stadiums and basketball stadiums, like there's a level of being put on for those, but I never really felt the pressure of that. It's when I stopped and then COVID happened. So it was all in one, and I didn't know. I like gained 15 pounds and I had no idea how that happened because I just wasn't working out. I just didn't know how to regulate my own body at that point. And I couldn't get, once I realized that, I still couldn't get motivated to like do it every single day and make it a habit and make it something that I love. I'm not really sure when that switched into it being like something that I really, really enjoyed and like had a dedication to it. What I actually did, because you said you had your friends to keep you accountable. You're like, call me out on it if you see something happening. I did something. I made a private Snapchat story and I like posted I was going to do this, and I only added girls who said they wanted to be on it to like document my journey of like going through a fitness journey and like losing weight. But I didn't want it to be open to the world. I didn't want to post it anywhere else. And so I would kind of just like talk on there and then explain my workouts, and just so I had a level of accountability to myself. It was like kind of a fun thing to do, to like talk about it. And I was like, oh, I posted on here that I'm gonna work out in the morning, I better go and do it, you know. And so there was a level of accountability there.
I think I was on there.
Might have been. It was fun. And then I made a private Instagram at some point, but it was
oh, that's what
kind
I
of
was
cool.
on.
You were probably on that one, but that was once I had gotten to that point.
I didn't
like,
have Snapchat.
Yeah.
Probably for
But
the
I
best.
will say, and I'm when we were sitting here and you were talking, I remembered when my fitness journey started. It was actually New Year's. I started it on like January 1st or whatever, after your parents gifted us a trip to Hawaii to come visit you guys. And I wanted to look good going to Hawaii. So I was like, I have 3 months to feel a little bit better about my body while I'm going to go be in a swimsuit and be next to Abby, who's ripped, you know.
CrossFit Abby was a beast.
Whatever motivates you, you know. But so there was a level of comparison to it being like, Abby works out every single day. I'm going to go be hanging out with her. I want to go do CrossFit. I want to do these things. So there was a healthy level there of, it was a motivating factor, but not like a comparison that like they're better than me necessarily. So I remember that being part of my journey. And then when we were there, we did CrossFit and I felt good. And then we did hikes. Like I felt so good about myself and my body. And it just led me on a journey of losing that weight, which was really cool for me. But part of that journey too was I did calorie counting as well. But I know that a lot of people it's not healthy for. For me, the way I looked at it, it was actually really freeing for me to be able to see what I was eating. I feel like a lot of the times I didn't know how much calories were in things. And so I was eating a lot or thinking I wasn't eating a lot when actually the calories there were more. And so I was actually using it as a way to learn about food and learn about how many calories are in everything. And I never really restricted anything. I just counted my calories. Nothing was bad. I counted it all. If I went and got ice cream, I put it on there. And so then I could still learn about, oh, if I do go get ice cream, how much is in it? Or I always left room for dessert. It was just something I wanted to do. And then when I turned 21, I was like, I like to drink wine. I always left a little bit of calories at night for that. And it was never super restrictive. I always had 1,800 calories a day. It wasn't down to really low when I was burning 2,000. So it was very small gaps, which is not healthy for everyone. But for me, it wasn't. It led to that journey. But I think that's when it was hard of figuring out how to work out and have a healthy body when you just haven't had to try for it for your whole life because of active.
I feel like that's in our 20s, it's like, hey, I can do the extremes and push my body to extreme to get to this place over here, but it's just not sustainable. So yeah, it's like, I think the goal is always how do we find this that's really healthy and sustainable for our body and our mind? And so for counting calories, I think it's interesting. After being pregnant, I talked to a trainer at Burn, because I was like, hey, I need you to navigate me. How do I do this healthily? What are the macros I need to hit? What are the calorie minimums? I need you to tell me, and then I'm only going to track for a month because I know that it can be unhealthy for me. But coming out of a season where you're pregnant and you're like eating, I would literally eat everything in sight. I would have fourths of dinner, because I was so hungry. Sometimes there were just habits I needed to break. Like it wasn't that I was still hungry at dinner. It's just that I was so used to getting up 4 times to fill my plate again. And so it's like, my body doesn't need that anymore. Great at the time. But so then it was good for me to just track for like a little bit just to help with those habits. But I had to do it under the supervision of someone that was like gonna help me do it healthily.
Yeah, I think that's really important to do that. And I'll say it took me 8 months to lose that weight that I needed to. And I got back to a point that was sustainable for that time in my life. I'm no longer that weight. Yeah, even before I had a baby, I wasn't that weight because I'd gotten muscle. I'd learned to eat more protein and fill my body and fill my muscles. And so
it came to a point where you were no longer consumed by the thoughts of like, what am I eating? It just,
and I don't do that story anymore. Like I stopped doing that. I just go to the gym and I have fun and I enjoy it. And so there's a time where that will shift. And then pregnancy and postpartum is a whole nother story. But
thank you to Honey Love for sponsoring this portion of today's episode.
I think I'm speaking for all the women out there when I say, why is it so hard to find comfortable bras and shapewear that actually make you feel good, supported, shapely, if I may?
Yeah, I want to look good and I want to feel good. Is that too much to ask?
And that is why I love Honey Love products, you guys. I'm not kidding when I say that their bras really have a great combination of everything you want. Amazing support.
They do.
I specifically love the way they cut my armpit area, especially during pregnancy where I'm experiencing boobs in places
that are new.
They've migrated. It really is just so flattering, especially in the underarm area. So comfortable. And like I said, a lot of support. Honey Love is an independent female-founded brand with products designed by women who actually wear them, including the founder, Betsy.
I love the Betsy shout out.
Shout out, Betsy.
Honey Love is now offering a crossover triple bra bundle. So if you want a full refresh on your top drawer, you can get huge savings by buying 3 at once. Honey Love doesn't just make bras and shapewear. They've built a full line of tanks, bodysuits, and underwear with supportive structure, smoothing fabrics, and premium finishes. I feel like getting 3 is not crazy. You get a black, a white, and a nude. Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market. Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honey Love at honeylove.com/Abby. That's honeylove.com/Abby. After you check out, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honey Love.
I've had a relatively healthy relationship with body image pretty much my whole life. I think that, honestly, the thing that I think about is back to high school. And I think that was because I was involved in dance. And I say this with, like, so much love for my dance experience. Like, I loved dancing in high school. But I do think, like a lot of sports, but dance can be, like, it's known for having a lot of ties to, like, body image. And there was some talk around it, which it's like, I feel like, I don't know. I understand there's a logistical thing regarding
dance
and, like, your physical size. Because you're doing lifts with partners. You have costumes, a certain amount of costumes. I like, this is like drilled into my brain, where it was like we would do the Nutcracker, and it was like, I have this many snowflakes, large snowflakes costumes, and I have this many large girls in the room right now. And it was more girls in the room than there were costumes. So she's like, when there's cuts, like, I can't afford more costumes. I understand that. It's really a hard thing especially when you're in high school. Like, your body is going through so many changes. You're already feeling uncomfortable about those changes, and you just haven't found an equilibrium yet. Yeah. And that's a really hard thing to hear. And I remember a lot of the girls in my class quitting because of these conversations, like body image related conversations. And I also do remember, I don't know how much we can say, but I remember girls throwing up in the bathroom before dance because of comments being made of, like, if we would eat Jimmy John's at dance, like, you would really be really cautious of, like, what you ate at the studio because
it'd be called out.
It would be called out. Or it's like, I can see your cheeseburgers through your leotards, ladies.
So crazy.
And, like,
such a crazy thing to say.
Especially for me, like, I've always had a large appetite. And I think that I always ask myself, I'm like, I wonder what I think there's multiple things of like why it didn't have the same effect on me as it did some other girls. I attribute a lot of this to the women in my life, like the older women, my mom, my grandmas. They were always like affirming to me and in my body. Like they were like praise. And it wasn't even like the conversation was about my body. It was really about like, oh my gosh, like you're an amazing dancer. You're so strong. There's a lot of conversations about like strength and stuff. And like, it was just everything but the way I looked. Like it was like, we love watching you perform. We love how kind you are. Like you're a great leader. Like they would just like, it was like never really, I don't remember a lot of conversations of like, oh, you look so good. Like your body looks so good in this. Like it wasn't the topic of conversation.
Right.
And also all of them modeled really healthy relationships with food from when I was in high school. I can't say the same right now. Love them to pieces. But I will say like I always like I never saw my mom, like we would go to ice cream, she would get ice cream too. If we would like whatever dinner we had, she would eat the same dinner too.
Yeah.
She ate the same snacks as we ate. And I think that was something that I didn't recognize as a kid, but it meant a lot subconsciously.
Yeah, like you picked up on it and then you recognize that later on.
And I was like, I can eat that too. Like there was never like, oh, that's a bad food, this is a good food.
Right.
And so I think that shaped a lot too. And then also I just feel like those years in high school were really identity forming for me. And I feel like I had so many people keeping me grounded and guiding me towards like where my identity could be founded in.
Right.
And so then I just didn't feel like I was as susceptible to the other voices that were telling me otherwise. I felt like I was more equipped to kind of discern like, okay, that's not true. That's not where my value or my worth is found.
Right.
And like, I think that just helped me. I was really rooted from a young age because of the amazing community and guidance I had.
Yeah.
But I definitely do remember that. And I remember when so I've always wanted to work out ever since I stopped dancing, just because I was like, okay, I like love the way I feel. Like when I'm dancing, like I love the way I feel afterwards. I don't know that I remember for a while I was like, okay, I'll just do Zumba. Like, cause I like love to dance.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, once I started doing that and I was like, okay, there's other forms of fitness that make me feel the same way. And it's like more accessible and more people my age. I feel like that was my thing with Zumba. I was like, I'm always with like my mom's age friends. And so like at college, that's when I started getting into group fitness. My friends and I would work out together or like things like that. And then I just really, really like enjoyed it. And it was purely for like the social aspect, which is funny because it's the same today. Like I loved working out with my friends and I loved just being around people. It was a really cool way to meet people. And then I did love the way I felt afterwards. And I also felt this like mental sense of accomplishment. Like I was like, I just did that. And so I think just like from the foundation of my journey with fitness at that point, it had a really good foundation of like not being for a certain physique or for a certain number on the scale. And so I feel really grateful for that.
Same.
And I also was in a relationship from the time that I was in high school, like of someone that was like always affirming me. And so that also helps too. Like I was never thinking I need to change this about myself.
Sure.
And then someone will like me, or I need to change this because this person in my life doesn't like this way this looks. Like I always had, Matt is the most affectionate person. And so like I think that also helped me too to like, I don't know, navigate that in a certain way. And then obviously you have to, I feel like pregnancy and postpartum uproot everything.
Right.
And then you have to really just like reset that foundation of like what is the purpose of our bodies?
Right.
Is it so we can literally be like statues and like look as perfect as possible all the time? Right. Or is there something more to that? And I think that working out when I was pregnant, I just kind of kept doing what I was doing. Working out when I was pregnant, I had this like epiphany moment where I was like, wait a minute, I'm working out. There's no way that I am going to lose weight by doing this. I'm just going to keep gaining. There's no way I'm really going to gain muscle while I'm pregnant. I feel like that's a losing
barely lived anything.
That's a losing battle. And that's when I was like, man, I really just genuinely love doing this.
Yeah, it's just fun.
And I feel like I'm taking care of myself. And health is important to me. And so I also like the way that it helped me eat more food.
Be able to eat more.
I know.
Totally.
In a healthy way.
And I was like, well, I love to eat, which I will say on days that I don't work out, I don't eat as much. And I think that's because I am less hungry.
Yeah.
And also because I have it in my head. Like, I'm like, okay, I don't need to. I've never counted or tracked literally anything, not even to one day, just because I know my personality. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I might get obsessed with that. And so I was like, I'm not saying never say never, but at this point in my life, like, I'm like, I don't even want to risk it. Like, it also feels like I have so many things on my mind. I'm like, I don't want to have another thing on my mind right now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we can talk more about pregnancy and postpartum because I feel like that is just one of those things where it's like, there's some really freeing aspects to it.
Yep.
And then there's also some really, you can find yourself in some pits in those periods of time.
Yeah. What did you say, Addie, on our call? Like, postpartum, you looked in the mirror and it's like, I don't recognize myself all. Was that you that said that?
That was me.
That was you. There are times when it's just so true. Like when you're postpartum after you have you're going through pregnancy, your body changes. It's all exciting and fun. But then you have your baby and you look in the mirror and you're like, I literally don't recognize my body. And I think it's really normal for women to then want to cling to wanting to feel something familiar again. And I think that's why a lot of women do like start obsessing about their weight and obsessing about what they look like. And like, I even look back at 3 months postpartum and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I look so old. Like my face looks so weird and my skin looks bad and my hair. And it's like, really, I was just really low in estrogen and that's going to come back, and like all that's going to come back. But I know girls that in those early months have gone and gotten work done and like stuff in their face and all this stuff. And it's like, because you're just so clinging to feel something familiar again with your body. I feel like I've definitely felt that at times of just like, gosh, I just want to like feel like myself again and pretty and like a woman, and feel like it's my own body again. And it just comes with time. But yeah, it's a hard season for sure.
I remember avoiding the mirror after showering every time for like, it was probably a week after having my first baby. I was like, I'm just not ready to see what that looks like. And then I think it was like 7 days postpartum. I was like, I'm gonna peek. And I remember just being like, I don't recognize my own body. Like, I don't know what I'm seeing in the mirror, but that ain't me. And I wasn't like, I think it was just a really like, that's the part where I felt like the identity crisis moment. Like, I was like, I don't feel like myself in my brain already. Because I was aware of that. I was like, the things that once sounded fun don't sound fun. Like, I don't even know what I want. Like, I just felt so disoriented mentally. And then to look in the mirror and to not recognize myself physically, I was like, felt
it's so,
like I was like falling
changed
through the Twilight Zone. I was like, what is happening? And that was a really weird moment. I remember even just like touching it and being like, is this real? Is this real?
Yeah, it just feels so like stretched out.
These
like,
ain't real.
That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna come back together.
It was a wild feeling.
But it does. I think that was the part of me that I was like, even this time, I was like, I don't think it's gonna work again. I don't think it's gonna come back together.
Mine did not come back together how it was before.
It's improved. I'm like, okay, just give it time. Be patient with your body. For me, those first 2 months postpartum, I'm like, I am sexy as heck. That big old belly has gone down. I can cover my whole belly with a shirt. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I am sexy. But then at like 12 weeks, when it's 3 months, I'm like, shoot, I still actually look like this. I'm like,
I'm not sure I felt sexy.
I'm like getting away from the labor farther away, but my body isn't changing. That's when I start to panic. I'm like, oh, it's not, things aren't happening like I'm expecting them to. And I think that's where I started struggling, was like 3 to 4 months. That was really hard for me within my body image and my thought life. And then I was just like, Abby, you just had a baby. I think I talked about this. I had to keep telling myself, you just had a baby. You just had a baby. Stop. It's not about vanity. It's about function. And I just had to keep telling myself that.
Yeah, I'm honestly feel that way right now, that I don't recognize my body because I'm 16 weeks pregnant. And I really haven't been looking at myself in the mirror. And so when I catch myself in the mirror, I'm like, because you don't feel the baby kick yet. I am out of the slumps of the first trimester. And I'm so distracted by Brielle that I kind of forget. A lot's going on right now. I kind of forget. And then I look in the mirror and I'm like, whoa, oh, yeah. And so we have a mirror, we have a bathroom with that when the door's open and I'm in the kitchen, I can look and I can see myself and I'm like, why does it look like that? I'm like, oh, there's a baby in there. Like, it's really like, I've never felt that feeling of being like, whoa, I don't recognize it. But the other day I was like, oh, I see what people mean by that.
I think so many people can relate to that. Even if it's not pregnancy and postpartum. Like, I just think our bodies change so much in our 20s and our 30s. It's the first time that we're like fully independent and responsible for ourselves and like making decisions for ourselves. I think a lot of people experience a lot of body changes. And so I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that feeling of just being like, wow, I've never looked like this before, or felt like this. And I think I think mostly we're talking about this to be transparent and honest. Like, hey, we have insecurities too. We have struggles too. This is not our goal is never to stay in our insecure thoughts and in those patterns of bad thinking. I really try to take my thoughts captive. I'm like, what is true? What is honorable? What is right? What is just? And like, if they're not falling in these categories, then that thought is out. Like, is it true that how I feel? You know what I mean? It's like, no, like, what is true? Like, I have a good heart. I have a good this. I'm strong. I'm strength. Like, I'm taking care of kids. I want to have energy. You know, these things, this list of things is way more important than like physically what my body looks like. And so I think I actively have to think about those things a lot. And I think I have to evaluate myself. Like, am I putting too much importance on my looks? Am I putting too much importance on this, you know, and always reevaluating. And I think that's always going to be like something that we're constantly going through in our lifetime. Or at least I will be, for sure,
Totally.
to keep things in check. So I think more so I at least want to talk about this just because I think people don't talk about it because it is personal and it can be triggering to people. And I think a lot of people, there's a lot of nuance to this discussion and topic. But I do think it's important to hear other people's thoughts on it and like also just know that you're not alone sometimes in your hard thoughts or your mean thoughts of yourself and all these things. Yeah, we all experience it and go through it. But the goal is then how do we move out of that?
I just think the question I always ask myself is like, what do I want my life to look like? And what do I want my lifestyle to look like? And for me, that does include health. And I want to be able to do hikes. And I want to be able to play with my kids and ride bikes. And I want to be able to run and like do a twerking class with my friend. Like, I want to be able to do these things. And I also want to be able to eat a candy salad on the 4th of July and eat pizza, have 4 parties in a row and eat whatever's served at those parties.
Yeah.
And not think a second thought about it.
No.
And like, and I think that finding that, like, if you're thinking of like the circle of like lifestyle and then how I want myself to, like, what I want to be able to, like, health wise, finding that center point, I don't feel as like thrown off by one day of not working out and traveling all day and we're eating Chili's and pizza and having way too much caffeine and I didn't move. Like, I got 1,000 steps in that day. Like, I'm not worried about it because it's like we're always finding that like equilibrium point. And something that really helped me around that with fitness is like reframing it to being like, okay, I need to do this many workouts, like this long every single week. It's like, no, I just want to get movement in every single day if possible. And so that's just like, or like 6 days a week, I want to get movement in. And that just makes it so much more realistic for the life that I want to live.
Totally. And
the way I want to eat. And so, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, as soon as you commit to this being like, I don't know. That's why I'm so afraid of regiment and routine.
Sure.
Because I also just know that, I don't know, why do I do this? Like, I'm like, if I say I'm going to do something, then I have to do it. And so I like never wanted to set anything strict like that because I was like, then it will become like essentially an idol of mine. And I don't want that. I want my main focus to be like, what kind of life I want to live and how do I want to show up for everyone around me and for myself. And I also want to say, I don't think it's good to look in the mirror too much.
Yeah.
I just think it starts your brain thinking more on something that is just like not important. Like it is vanity. I still want to dress in a way that is mostly flattering. I care about clothes. I really love clothes.
Yeah, they're so fun.
I want to wear things that flatter my body, and I want to feel confident in what I'm wearing and how I look. But just staring in the mirror is not healthy and good.
No.
And so I think if that is a problem for you, then you can just, I've seen people put reminders on their mirrors.
Yeah.
Like about what is true about themselves. And I think that actually would make a lot of sense.
Totally.
Because it can just deter get your brain on a whole new path rather than like, I don't know, scrutinizing yourself.
The times in my life that I'm most anxious is when my thoughts are just consumed of myself. It's not about what's going on around me. It's not about circumstance. The times I'm most anxious is when I can't stop thinking about myself. What do I look like? How do I sound? What are people thinking about me? What about this? What about that? That is so sick. It makes me sick. It makes me anxious. It makes me feel like this. And so I think I heard it in a sermon once, but it's the goal is not to think less of ourselves. It's just to think of ourselves less. Like you are the healthiest and the happiest when you're thinking about others.
Totally.
When you're not thinking about yourself. And so that's always, sometimes when I have to catch myself, I'm like, I have to confess that to Caleb. Like my thoughts are just so me obsessed right now. And when I share that and then I'm actively trying to fight that, I feel so much better. Yeah.
I do want to say my body pre-babies and post-babies looks very different.
The best thing that ever happened to me was my traumatic birth with CJ. Because that really was the shift in my head. That was like, I could not walk. I felt so much pain. I like for a month was struggling to move and feel normal in my body. That changed the game where I was like, I'm not running to get a thigh gap. I never want to feel like I can't walk again. Like I feel so grateful every day when I go into the gym. Like I used to get so anxious at volleyball workouts. I'm like, oh my gosh, how hard is the conditioning today? Now I'm like, how hard is the conditioning today? Like it's a game. It's just like switched in my head and I feel so grateful. I'm like, I can't believe I get to push my lungs to that capacity. It's so fun. I did that. It's such a different mindset that I don't think I would have necessarily had if I hadn't had a lot of pain after birth.
There's nothing like pregnancy and postpartum though to want to do something hard with your body. Yes. Like I literally after having a C-section, I wanted to do a Spartan and I felt good enough to do it. And I talked to my doctor and I was cleared. So 3 months I did and I got criticism for it. But it's like, okay, because I didn't do it for them. I did it for myself and nothing felt better. Did I have an amazing time? No. Did I have to do some penalty burpees because I couldn't do some of the obstacles? Sure. Was it like the best thing ever? Like did I have like a certain high afterwards and did I think it was so fun? Yes. And I literally did it by myself.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do it with anyone. So I'm like, who wants to do a Spartan in November? Because I really want to do another one. I think it was such an amazing thing to do because I was like, there was actually no competition this because who's winning a Spartan at 3 months post C-section?
Yeah, we're not winning nothing.
We're not winning. I had a pump like right before and right afterwards.
Right.
And it was
Them melons be weighing you down on that part, right? Let me tell you, like,
I will also say I'm
Every
not
time,
competitive at all. So it was easy for me to do something and know that I'm not going to place well at all. But that was like so fun. And I think that's just like everyone's missing the point. Like
Totally.
it wasn't to prove to anyone else, oh, I can do this.
it's not to get your body back. It's literally to just challenge your brain.
To challenge myself.
I
and
can
it was
freaking
so
do it.
fun. And I had a great time.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also with like the mental health side of it too. Of
Totally.
when I went to my 6-week checkup after delivering my baby, I was like, please tell me I can work out. Please. I need to go move my body. I need to do that. It's so good for my mental health. I don't even care if you clear me to have sex. I just want to go work out.
I just need to move my body.
Please.
I need the endorphins.
And so I feel like it's kind of shifted to that point where when I was first trying to, I was working out to lose weight and then I fell in love with it. And then it's a mental health side of it to being like, I need to move my body today because it is so good for my brain and I'm such a better human. Even I can speak to Blake too. Like when he's working out, like he is mentally so much better, especially I think if you struggle with, depression or anxiety, I think it's really good for you to be moving your body.
Yeah.
And that's what at least we've experienced from my experience.
So
Totally.
true.
I think it's a confidence boost because you kept a promise to yourself. You said, I'm going to do something hard. And then you show up and you do it. And then you're telling yourself like, okay, I am a person that keeps promises to myself. Like I can trust myself. I can do hard things, and I also want to model that for my children. Something else that moms get flack for is going to the gym when you're a stay-at-home mom or you have kids with you.
You do?
I do. I don't know.
I do.
Like this girl's so vain. She's going to the gym every day. Like, where are your kids when you go to the gym? I'm like, they're at the gym.
Such a stupid
And they
comment.
love it.
They go to the gym with me, and even if they didn't, like, it would be totally fine if I got someone to watch my kids for 45 minutes for me to do a workout. This is a lie. Like, it is a lie that you can't take care of yourself as a mom, and that there's not also benefits for your children in seeing you keep a promise to yourself and also take care of your body, prioritize your health. And they think it's really cool too, and they want to work out too, and it's just one of those things where it's like I never want them to view this as a trade-off of like I did this, so now I have to do this workout, or this is something we do every single day. It's a non-negotiable, and it's something that's fun. We look forward to it, and what a gift it is to be able to move our bodies in this way and to show up for ourselves and to afford a membership, and like just viewing it, just reshaping that from the very beginning of like all of this. We're grateful that we get to do it, and it's not something that we're like punishing ourselves.
No, we don't have to do it. We don't do it because we ate a candy salad. Like, we do it because we get to.
We get to.
Yeah.
And also, man, I have some of my best workouts the day after a candy salad.
So much good energy.
Those
carbs,
glycogen
those
stores
carbs,
are
baby.
rich.
We're just working out with each other. We're like, we all ate that candy
We
salad
all saw
yesterday.
And it's just really
I'm still
fun.
eating that candy salad.
I took
I
some
brought
home
home some baggies.
Me too.
I've been eating them every day.
I stay eating some. But
I think that's a good conversation.
we'll continue this conversation about how we want to raise our kids and talk about food and diet culture and body image and all that stuff with our boys and girls on Patreon.
Yeah.
We are back and ready to hear from you guys because we have talked enough.
We've been
Let's do
yapping.
Ask Abby's and listen to our voicemails.
Ask Abby.
Hey, Abby, and Addie. I was wondering, what is your favorite type of workout class? Like, do you guys like CrossFit? Do you like Pilates, yoga? And then also, what is the type of workout class that you would like to try that you maybe haven't tried before? Love the podcast. Been listening since the beginning. And yeah, so thankful for you guys. Bye.
That's sweet. Thanks so much for being here. What do you guys say? We all do burn.
Yeah.
What's your favorite type of burn workout?
I like
love
Metcon.
I love athletic conditioning and Metcon. I like
That's
the conditioning
a hot
weight
take,
days.
everyone.
Really?
I know.
Conditioning days, I feel like, are when no one's there.
But Metcon is when there's weights
I like Metcon.
too. Yeah.
I would say Metcon when I'm wanting conditioning, which I actually like conditioning more when I'm pregnant. Don't know why.
Yeah, strength is really bad when you're pregnant.
Yeah, and then arm
hurts,
days,
yeah.
upper body is always my favorite.
I've just always loved cardio. I always have. Like, I mean, I ran for a long
You like
time.
to
I
run,
love to
yeah.
run. And even in volleyball, a lot of those workouts were cardio-based, plyo, athletic conditioning type workouts. So I feel like it's just what I've been used to, and I've always enjoyed it. I did yoga for a long time. When I used to work at Lululemon, I don't know if I've ever talked about that, and they give you a free stipend each month to go to join a gym. You have to join like a community fitness class. And I
So
joined
you're wearing Lulu around other people
That
that are going
makes
to buy
sense.
Lulu.
Isn't that fun? Partly why I got the job there. And I joined a yoga studio, and yeah, it was like nice. I don't think it wasn't good for me to be my only form of exercise.
I like to get my heart rate up.
It was hot yoga, but yeah, I needed something a little bit more energetic.
I did CrossFit for a year, and I liked it for that year, but I think I only did it because it was really the only option there. I wouldn't like seek it out if I had a plethora of options, just because it was like I didn't need to kill myself every time. And I feel
Right.
like the pressure in CrossFit is to always like max out, PR, like do something crazy. Like people got seriously injured at our gym.
Yeah, didn't someone break their neck doing
Broke their
handstand
back
push-ups?
doing
Yeah.
handstand push-ups.
Or headstand push-ups? What are they?
Handstand push-ups.
Oh, headstand push-ups doesn't make sense.
Well, you are going from your head, like
It's insane.
pushing up.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
But it was a really cool opportunity to like push myself to do new things that I would have never tried before. And I do think it is in a relatively safe space to try those things. I wouldn't do it after becoming a mom. Like I'm like, it's not. But Fun workout class that I want to do is that like bungee.
That's what I was gonna say. And I think it'd be so fun to do it together with our friends. Like the bungee class would be so fun.
Fun ones too that I have gotten to try are like obviously what do they call it?
Turn up.
Turn up, the twerking dance class.
That is so fun.
It's a great calorie burner as
Oh my
well.
gosh, I always have
McKinnon,
cramp. I get cramps in that class.
I did an aerial silks class. That was really, really fun. And I've always wanted to do that. I would do it again.
I did silks growing up, so I think it'd be really fun to go back. And
That
do
is
You
cool.
did silks growing up?
at my dance studio. They had silks.
What?
Yeah.
That's a fun fact, Addie. That's crazy.
Yeah. Did you know I pole vaulted too?
No. Did you know that?
I knew that.
That's actually legit.
She's got a lot of
I was strong.
skills.
That's cool. That's kind of scary.
Secret height. Yeah, it was fun. I
Yeah,
loved
it was
it.
fun.
I just like group fitness. I want someone to tell me what to do. I don't want to think about it. I don't know what to do on my own.
The girl who does Turn Up, she works at Lifetime, and she's going to be coming out with a step dance
Okay,
class.
I've done
and I
step,
think
and
it'd be
it's
fun
so
to go to her
fun.
step
is
class.
fun.
Step is fun. And also, have you done the weighted drumstick class?
I've never heard of such a thing.
Pound. It's called Pound.
You did this?
Yes. You guys, I've done like so many. I did kickboxing for a
What
while.
about the trampoline ones? Have you ever
Kickboxing
seen
is
those?
really fun.
Wait, have you guys ever seen those videos of people doing the trampoline classes? They're like little
Oh, the little
circle
ones.
trampolines,
So
and they're all close together.
Yeah, I bet it's hard. It's
so hard.
You really think so?
I don't think I
Yes,
could do that.
I think you would get a cramp.
Okay.
You know what I really want to get into? Seriously, I want to do trail running. I know. Sorry, probably a
Do
little
that,
that
do
one.
that by yourself.
Okay,
I
next
was gonna
question.
join a trail running
Do
club
that by
here.
yourself.
I was gonna join a trail running club here when we first moved here, but then I got pregnant, and I was
I'd
like, it's probably
break my
not safe
ankle.
to run on like jagged rocks when I'm pregnant. So
Okay, let's do the next question.
they also do it at night, and you need a headlamp, and that just seems intense.
Hey, this is Mallory. So I have in-laws that live out of state, and they want to come stay with us for 10 days. How do I tell them that that's a little bit too long? Thanks. Bye.
The
Well,
gas
it's your
by
husband's.
gust.
It's your husband's.
That's your
job.
husband's job. The gas by gust. Just, I mean, anybody coming to stay at your house for 10 days is insane. That's a way too long of a time to stay at someone's house for anybody. Don't you think?
My parents lived with me for 2.5 years.
Oh,
so.
sorry, you're right.
Living with you is different than
Yeah,
visiting.
totally.
I think.
Yeah,
I
because-
agree with you. I think some people I know
No,
have,
I
done,
agree.
have done part of the time. They're like, you're more than welcome to stay for 3 nights, but the rest of it, I'm sorry, we can't accommodate.
Yeah.
I don't know how you actually say that.
I think your husband needs to say, you don't never need to communicate that to your in-laws that they're not welcome to stay that long. That's a bad message from you. That's 100% a husband message.
I will say, even at this point in my life, anytime there's like a no to my in-laws, I'm like, so Blake, can you call your mom and
yeah,
tell her
it's their
that?
job.
Or will you call your grandma and tell her that?
Yeah.
It's your job to talk to your parents, and it's their job to talk to their.
parents.
And it's always their job to take. Your job to take the spouse's side first.
I think you could be like, hey, half the time if you guys want to stay here, that's perfect. And then the other 5 days, here are some hotels close by. I honestly don't know.
I think usually,
think
like,
your husband
You
just
can
have
be
to tell him.
honest. It's
I
just a
think-
lot to host.
Yeah, just be like, that's a long
about-
time. Like, I think we might get under each other's skin. It'd be better if we broke it up.
yeah.
Hi, Abby, and Addie. My name's Megan, and I'm from the Midwest, specifically small town Missouri. It's officially summer here, and it made me wonder, what Midwestern summer dessert do you love or look forward to the most when you're visiting home? One of mine and my family's favorites is strawberry pretzel salad. Thanks.
To say that. I was gonna say strawberry pretzel salad. Also custard. There's nothing like a good old custard from the Midwest. It's
Yes.
so good. They got the best ice cream.
Andy's.
I can't think of a dessert that's like
Silkies.
Midwest only.
Strawberry pretzel salad is so good. If you're not familiar, it's a buttery pretzel crust with a layer of strawberry jello that's also mixed with like pineapple juice. Excuse me. And then a Cool Whip, right? Topping. Oh, it's so
I didn't
good.
know there's pineapple juice in it.
There is. It makes it extra sweet.
Oh.
I'll call it Midwest because my mom makes it, and she's in the Midwest. We call it chocolate lasagna. It's like crumpled up Oreos with like cream cheese as the bottom layer, and then a layer of Cool Whip, and then a layer of pudding, and then another layer of Cool Whip on top. And then you put it in the fridge, and it hardens, and it's so good.
My mom would always make blueberry buckle, but like a really easy version that was basically just like yellow cake mix on top of like wild blueberries.
Like a dump cake.
It's really good.
So
It's like a
good.
dump cake.
Yeah, it's yummy. I mean, I'll never be. You can't beat a gooey butter cake. I'm sorry, but gooey butter cake, St. Louis, so good. Also, I was thinking more about the last voicemail, and I think what your husband has to say is when they say 10 days, he has to go verbally. Whoa, 10 days. Okay, well, let's think about that. And then they're gonna be like, oh, is 10 days too much? It's subtle cues. That's my advice.
She's been sitting on that. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea, though.
I think it's all how you're responding. Whoa, 10 days. Okay, well,
I think if you have kids, you can always blame it on the kids.
I just think you could answer the phone like that. Whoa, did you guys say 10 days? Oh, man, okay.
I think that's hard about that too. Is like, especially if you're a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah,
and
you
your
have to
husband goes
entertain
work,
during the
that-
day.
Yeah, you're like, hey,
Right.
you need to occupy yourself for a little bit.
I think we're still talking about this. Something that we got to the point of when Caleb and I first moved here, we had so many visitors come out and visit, which was really fun. But it got really expensive and hard to host people when we had to work during the week and people would stay from like a Thursday to a Tuesday, you know? And so we just started telling people like, hey, during the weekend, we're down to hang out the whole time. But hey, during the week, we're going to do our own thing. And like, we're going to do our schedule. We're going to go to work. We're going to have our routine. So like on the weekends, we're down to clown. And in the evenings, we're down to hang. But during the day, we're going to do our own thing. So it also kind of helped with the not feeling like you have to host for so long. So that could also be an option. Like maybe you let them stay. It's like, hey, we'll hang out at night and during the weekends, but during the day we're gonna do our normal routine, and you guys can go explore.
We'll give you recs.
We'll give you recommendations.
Okay,
Was that
guys,
it?
if you want to call in as well, we'll put the number in the description, but I'm also going to recite it for you right now in case you have a pen and paper ready.
Get that pen and paper.
602-456-9690. And now it's time for Always Hungry.
Yes.
I'm doing the corn pasta salad with bacon and creamy pesto dressing
That was
I brought to the baby shower.
good.
It's kind of unique. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I feel like that
a
recipe,
lot
I
of
was
that.
like, this looks, I'd saved it on my Pinterest a long time ago and I didn't have an occasion to make it. And it's really summery and good. I think the key is to use corn on the cob for the recipe and like shave it. And it doesn't really take that much extra time. And I feel like it makes it a lot yummier. But it's a interesting combination. It's like this, is it orchetti pasta?
That's what I was gonna say. That
orchetti? I
It's
feel
the
like
one
it's gotta be
that's in
orchetti.
your.
It's
Was it the
gotta
one
be
that was in
probably
your
not how I'm
meatball
saying
recipe too? Is it the same one?
You
It's
might
like
be right
it's
about
like
that.
a flat
Because
shell.
I was like, wait, she reused them because I still have half a thing of pasta. I'm like, that's a great.
Unfortunately, I did buy a new bag.
I could have given you some.
Now I have 2 half
Yeah,
bags.
it's like a flat shell. It's good.
Yeah, it's a good shell.
It's a
Got
good
pesto,
shell.
got bacon, got corn,
Oh, it was a great flavor.
pepper.
Almost
It was
like a
yummy.
smoky flavor. What was in it?
bacon. That was
But what
probably
was
it.
the seasoning?
Pesto?
Really? So good. I wasn't expecting pesto. I was almost thinking like a chili. No? Okay. Well, I don't remember it right.
There were a lot
been
of
a little
salads. There were a lot of
There's a lot of salads.
I did eat a lot of that though. Mine's also my corn salsa salad.
Oh, wow. We
The one
love
that I
corn.
brought to the 4th of July party, and then
so
I also made it yesterday, and I'm just eating it throughout the week as like a side. It's really just packed of chopped veggies, which is always good. And it's got cilantro in it, so if you don't like cilantro. But the
There's
dressing,
cilantro in mine too.
yeah, the dressing on it was really good. It's like a lemon or a lime olive oil Dijon dressing, and it's just really good with a chip. Great side, great on top of things. I eat so much of it.
Corn chip.
And everyone
dippers.
asked for the recipe.
I did. You sent it to me on accident, and I was like, no, I actually wanted the
Perfect.
recipe.
Yeah, I did it, me too.
I was like,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Yeah, it's really good and it's like the perfect summer recipe. Love it. That's fun. I actually have a lot of new recipes that I'm going to share throughout the next couple weeks. I've been so adventurous lately.
Guys, it's my 3rd week of doing cooking.
What do you mean?
I'm doing cooking. I'm ordering groceries. I have recipes, and then I'm ordering my groceries, and then I'm doing it.
What were you doing before?
Yeah.
Buying chicken
Yeah,
and
there you go.
potatoes
Yeah.
and rice, and hoping some meals came together. And then Blake and I would
that
fight
such
over
a
who's gonna make
nightmare?
dinner.
Oh,
That's such
yeah.
a
Yeah,
nightmare.
and so I've just been like, I get to mostly hang out with Brielle all day. So then when Blake gets home, he can hang out with Brielle, and I'll cook, and sometimes read my book. or put on Love Island.
Yep.
So,
Perfect.
Perfect time.
Yes.
Love that. Good job,
It's gonna
Addie.
be a bummer when Brielle is aware of Love Island and
I
you have
can't
to
watch
wait
it
till.
in front of her right now.
Yeah, I
I
can't watch
know.
anything now.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I used to like watch the shows that I wanted to watch while I would cook, and I put a headphone in, but then CJ would be able to see my computer screen. So I'm like, well, when the kids go to bed. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast, watching the podcast. If you guys would love, well, we would love if you left a review of 5 stars, please. That's really the only acceptable option.
I don't see why we would need to dip below that.
And if you leave a verbal review, written out, typed, that's really cool too.
That's not verbal.
I'm losing it. Reagan 1999 said, I love this podcast, 5 stars. I was so thrilled to hear that you guys were starting this podcast. I genuinely love Fridays because I get to listen to this podcast. You guys are so funny, kind-hearted, and make me feel like a friend. It has been such a gift to me as I became a mom this past year. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Congrats on your baby. And thank you for the sweet review. It always makes us smile, and it's just so crazy that you guys listen to this. So thank
Really
you guys
grateful.
so much. Like, subscribe, share, review, and remember,
We're always here.